You want to grab a bar to eat real quick before we go up?
I already ate one.
Oh, you already ate one? Yeah, I'm just going to smash one now because we're probably not going to want to stop. How you feeling about today, though?
Today, I feel good. I want to get started, but I feel good.
I fully can't believe that I'm tying in for this actual climb.
Any last words from either one of you before you undertake this?
If something goes wrong, we bail. If it gets dangerous, we bail. If we think we're going to get ourselves into a situation that we can't get ourselves out of, we bail.
Yeah.
If none of those things happen, we give it hell for 3 days. My knot is good, goes through both. Okay, we will see you guys on the 4th, no matter what. I can't believe I'm doing it. Okay, climbing.
Go for it.
This moment has been coming for 4 years. Today's the day. So, let's freaking do it. Let's do it, dude. I'm too stoked. I can't even go back to sleep, man. Let's freaking do it. Let's go. They say a journey of a million miles begins with only a single step. But my journey to go from beginner grade rock climber to climbing the regular northwest face of Half Dome in under a year began with one of the easiest climbs at the local crag. And after 4 years of waiting for this moment, there was nothing left to do but to strap up my shoes, put on my harness, tie in, and start climbing.
How you feeling?
That was actually way harder than I was expecting. Oh man, that was supposed to be easy. I have some serious work to do.
3,000-foot climb in Yosemite.
Trying to make history
in Yosemite National Park.
Tommy Caldwell is a true legend, something nobody had ever done before.
Yosemite Valley, I mean, you definitely heard of it. Probably seen the movies, probably know about some of the most famous climbers that come out of there. But I went to Yosemite Valley when I was 18 and I hiked to the top of Half Dome and I looked off the steep side and I just couldn't believe like how vertical it was for how long. Like it was just so far down. So I flagged down some random dude that had like the Speedster sunglasses on and like the Solomon running backpack and he looked like he knew what he was doing. So I asked him, I was like, hey man, do people climb up this? And he looked at me and he was like, whew, man, like that's hardcore stuff, dude. Like that's for the best of the best. Me as like a scrawny 18-year-old that had never outdoor climbed in my life, I was like, oh, well, I think I'm gonna do it. And the guy like started laughing and then walked away. Like he genuinely thought that I was joking. And I was like, is that really true though? Is this really only for people whose like parents were athletes or started training when they were 4 years old, you know? Like, cause that's what this guy made it sound like. I just felt like it was achievable for like regular people. I knew that I was gonna come back. And I wasn't coming back to try and do the world's hardest climb. I wasn't coming back to try and do some route that had never been done before, you know, some like gnarly world first. I wasn't even coming back to try and make a name for myself. I solely wanted to come back to prove one or two things. I either wanted to prove that I was right or that he was.
He was a really happy kid, bursting out of his bedroom every morning with a big smile on his face, ready to see what the next day had.
He was always quite honest, actually to the point of being embarrassing sometimes.
Yeah, it's him. He's not trying to be something he isn't. It's just how he is.
He was my neighbour in first year.
First time I saw him, I thought he was just this scrawny little punk kid.
He was pretty crazy.
I ran into the scruffy looking dude hiking on the Appalachian Trail. Matheson doesn't let anything get him down, but you can be in the most miserable situation and he'll make it fun.
Look at him milking into male cow. I'm gonna milk this bull. It's an interesting cow. This one's only got one teat, but it's quite a big one. I don't know. Must be something wrong with it.
To be honest, there's a lot about him that's genuine. He's a kind and caring person, and he goes out of his way
to do the right thing.
He just pushes himself so hard, and sometimes it works, sometimes it probably wouldn't. He can make some stupid decisions sometimes.
He doesn't look after himself. His body can't always keep up with him just because of how hard he pushes himself.
I think the number one thing that drives all this is that he genuinely wants to make everybody who he comes in contact with's life better.
To inspire other people, to show people how they can push themselves and do things that they think they can't do.
The idea that somebody could watch a pretty average dude turn into an incredible climber just by working hard, I think that could be really inspiring for people and get people to want to go out and try something new for themselves, and I think that's a big motivation for him as well.
Okay. This is almost undoubtedly too hard for me, but... Oh, cheers. That's pretty hard. Oh.
How difficult is a project like this?
In a kind of like a intermediate climber kind of a perspective, it sounds very hard. A lot of hard work, a lot of planning, a lot of gear equipment, rope knowledge, rock knowledge, big wall knowledge.
There's a lot of skills there to pick up. I've been climbing for about 10 years now, but always focusing on bigger routes, so Yosemite is a definite draw card. Half Dome, that was our first route actually. On the first 10 pitches, it's grade 5.9, 5.10, and New Zealand grades grade 18 to 20, so not too hard, but it's more of an alpine nature of the route. It's quite wandering, there's a lot of route finding. On the second half of the route it's much steeper, the cracks are more pure, and there's less to hold on to, and the grades are up in the 5.11, 5.12 categories, so that's around grade 24 to 26 New Zealand grades. So that's serious climbing, quite hard.
I struggled in 15. Push my way forward, so now I'm climbing like 17s, 18s.
So it's getting those sport climbing grades higher. They just need to go up. It's as simple as that. You need to get the climbing better.
Things are going pretty well so far. We started off easy climbing and turned out it was pretty difficult for me at least, and then yeah, slowly been pushing a little bit more. I was really hoping to not get sick or injured during this, and it just so happens at the moment I'm both sick and injured. It's going okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Getting a bit tired up there, and sometimes with liquid courage. Yeah. And you wasted half of it. It's all over, dude.
Yep.
Shit! Oh, you're right there, man. This guy got the first ascent, but he only got halfway up. Alright, so we're here at the bakehouse, which is supposed to be called the bakehouse because it just cooks here in the sun. We came here hoping for some sun. Guess we missed it. Yeah, today should be another big day. Do some harder ones, and then move over to the crack house, which I actually had a dream about last night. not about the actual crack house. I had a dream about a crack house, and do some really hard climbing. And then hopefully we'll all be so wrecked that we just fall asleep. Dude, the exposure's about to get legit. Oh man.
Dude, my wedgie's about to get legit.
Oh no. Woo! Far out. Well, now we're in this flake. Oi! I don't think anyone that is like thinking clearly would probably climb this, to be honest. I don't know why anyone would do that. I climbed it, but like I'm an idiot. Yeah. Nah, I liked it. It was dangerous, but I like it. Yeah, so the face race was definitely, I'd say, a bit of a turning point. The face race was challenging. So when I started this project in November, I hadn't been climbing for 3 years or so, but I had climbed in the past while I was at university. Probably about the last trip I ever went on, climbing trip. Me and my friend went up to a spot in Christchurch, and we climbed a few, and there was a climb there called Face Race that I tried and failed, and it must have really annoyed me, I guess, because I put like a little note about it in my climbing book. So when we started this project, about 5 weeks in, I was slowly like working my grades up, and then, you know, like I just felt like I've been putting in some good work, and I was like, oh, I'm getting better, and I was like, I went out and I did a climb, and I was like, this must be what hard climbing feels like, if you can do it. Lots of little side pulls and like weight shifts and stuff like that. So I just felt really, that climb made me feel really good. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go up to Christchurch and I'm gonna do Face Race. I'm gonna do that climb that I couldn't do 3 years ago, and it's gonna prove that, you know, the last 5 weeks have been good training and I'm finally better than I was. So I like put all of my improvement basically down to like that one climb. And I'd like done a few at the same grade as well. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna nail it. Went to pull up to start climbing, and ooh, actually this is quite hard. It really like threw me. And like everyone knew like that I'd come here to do this climb, right? So I was like, oh yeah. So I was like looking around like, oh, I'm obviously struggling a lot.
How is it?
Harder than I was expecting. And it just didn't get any better. It was hard the whole way up. It's like, this is really hard, and I'm not even at the place that I bailed at last time yet. And then I did get to it. And like, I fell eventually and sprained my ankle. Cool, keep going. And then just started getting shut down just over and over and over again, just like getting shut down on the same move. Like, I just couldn't get to the next bolt. And oh man, I was so pissed. I was so devastated. Cause I was just like so angry at myself because I couldn't do it. And then, I just wanted to like yell and scream because I was so annoyed. But then I calmed down and I'm like, man, like I haven't got any better, dude. Like I've just been putting 5 weeks of like climbing, like pretty well, like probably 4 days a week. And now I'm like, I'm not even any better than I was when I like used to give it a half-ass go like 3 years ago. I was like, well, this is shit. I was like, this sucks. So I was sitting at the bottom and I was like, well, what was I not good enough at, you know? And I was like, it was everything. I just wasn't good enough at climbing to do it. And so I was like, okay, well, I don't really dwell on things too much. So I was like annoyed for a while. And then I was like, well, what was the problem? It's like, yeah, you just weren't good enough. And I was like, oh, well, why was I not good enough? It's like, well, not good enough because I haven't been trying hard enough. It's time to do some proper training. It's time to take it seriously. Because I realized then, I was like, if I don't, I'm not gonna ever get any better. It's time to actually take it seriously. I'm gonna have to try that one again. hard climbing. Yo, these look better than they are. It's falling. They describe this one as sneaky, with smeary footholds. I like the sneaky word, and so much like the smeary footholds. 3-finger upward pushing pocket. Sneaky. Okay, so here we are, we're just hanging out in the van. We're getting up at 4:30 in the morning because Vince is going to the airport. There's a couple of family birthdays he really shouldn't miss, so he's going to go home for that for about 3 weeks. Which means I'll be riding solo for a little while. So we decided instead of trying to climb a whole bunch, that we'll just try and work really hard on our fitness. So I'm going to try and get my power up, but mostly try and get my endurance up. We're going to hangboard a bunch, train as hard as we possibly can without actually climbing real rock. And once he gets back, then we hit the real rocks and see if we've actually made any kind of improvement with our grades. So focus on fitness, then grades in 3 weeks once he gets back. Eat lots of sardines, eat lots of rice, try and put on a bit of weight, and then go hard. As you can see, my skin's been taking a beating the last little while, and it's not about to change either. So Vince had just gone back to the States for about a month, and so that I could still stay like super productive with my training, I got a membership at a bouldering gym. There was really 2 reasons that I wanted to get one. The first one was really because they had a cable machine there, and because of a bunch of shoulder injuries I'd had, some of the physio exercises that I was recommended were all like cable machine, like lots of pulls and stuff like that. So I really wanted to keep my shoulder strong so I wouldn't get injured. And also, yeah, I was still able to train climbing like 5 or 6 days a week. Even without needing a B-layer at all. So I got the membership, and yeah, like after like a week or 2 weeks maybe, I was eating heaps and had heaps of food, you know, like I was getting bigger, I was getting stronger, you know, I was just so excited. I had plenty of food, I had some chips in the bag, and I was just like, this is insane, you know, I've got a goal and a purpose, and I'm working towards it, and it feels good. I really couldn't be happy, you know, things are like, for the first time in a really long time, things are finally going my way, you know? I just had no idea what was coming. I'm gonna go feast. What have we got here? We've got 71 servings of absolute gains, dude. I'm getting bigger just holding on to it. I can feel it. Yeah. Yeah. That's actual gains. Oh. This is the circuit training board. If you don't know what circuit training is, then you're exactly like me 2 days ago, because I actually only just learned what it was. We've already done about 30 climbs today, so I'm not actually sure if I can really hold on to anything much, but we're here, so now we'll do a circuit board training thing, and then we'll do some hangboarding at the end of the day, and then probably pass out.
Just take a shuffle to your left.
Pop the hand in your belly. Yep. And just keep it sort of pulling against you, like that. Alright. Shoulder dislocation is when the ball and socket joint, which is your shoulder, basically comes out of its socket. It can go one of two ways, depending on which way it goes. It can stay out for quite some time. Usually when it does come all the way out, you end up tearing some of the joint capsule, which is kind of like a little rubber boot around the joint, and you end up damaging that quite significantly. Worst case scenario, sometimes you can get some bony damage too.
Okay, how does it affect the human body?
Well, it means that you can't move your shoulder very well for a while. Once it does go back in, even the act of it going back in can also cause a little bit of damage as well.
How does it affect a rock climber?
Pretty majorly, to be honest. It means that for the first couple of weeks you effectively don't really move it much at all. You keep it pretty nice and into a sling. You get it moving as you can, you slowly build strength back up. It would probably put a rock climber back 4 to 6 weeks at best, and a really significant thing, it could mean that they stop climbing for quite a long time.
Okay, this is a close-up version of the first saying that I dislocated the shoulder. Before I started this project, I actually knew there was one thing that was the worst thing that could possibly happen during this project. There's even a video that Vince filmed when we hitchhiked across America, where I point up at Half Dome and I go, mark my words, unless I dislocate my shoulder again, which I'm really hoping doesn't happen, I am gonna climb that face right there. I'm gonna climb that whole wall in about 18 months. Screw it, I'm just gonna say that I am. I am gonna do it. I am gonna do it.
With one arm?
Oh no, unless I dislocate the shoulder, it's probably over. Come at Half Dome. I'm coming to get you. But yesterday, I dislocated my shoulder. My good shoulder. I'm right-handed. Dislocated my right shoulder. So yeah, that was obviously really bad.
What were your first thoughts when you heard Matheson dislocated his shoulder?
I was pretty disappointed for him because I know how hard he's been training, but then again, wasn't surprised. I just feel like sometimes he pushes it a bit far and injuries happen to anyone.
Pretty devastated. I was pretty gutted for him, He's dislocated his shoulder before, so people, he's still not like 100% recovered from the old dislocation. So as soon as I found out that it was this good shoulder and it was a new dislocation, then I was like worried for the project.
What does the shoulder dislocation mean for the project?
A dislocation in your shoulder would be a terrible, terrible injury that a climber never wants to go through. Seeing that happen now, I can definitely realize that it's a bad thing and it is going to greatly impact this project.
Did you think he was going to quit, and why did you think that?
He kind of downplayed the injury, at least to me. Maybe not to scare me or make me worry, because I was in America when it happened. But he seemed well enough about it, and yeah, so I did initially think he was going to quit, but then 5 minutes later when I talked to him on the phone, I changed my thoughts to, okay, we're going to keep going.
Definitely not.
Why did you think that?
Matheson does not quit anything. Not quitting is not on his books.
No way.
Why
No
did you
way.
think that?
Oh, he's just so determined.
Other days of quitting is in his mind. So yeah, there's no quitting for him. There's no backing off option. It's just moving forward option.
I fell, my arm was above my head, my feet slipped out, and so as my feet slipped out, all of a sudden it pulled my arm in the wrong way and pulled my shoulder out of joint. As I hit the ground, the jolt obviously hurt a little bit, but it also lined the shoulder up to go back in, I think, because I went bang and bounced down and the shoulder went right to the edge of going back in. And everyone's like, oh dude, your arm, yuck, yuck. And I was like, oh man, it dislocated my shoulder. So I grabbed it and I squeezed it, bang, pushed it back in.
There's a fine line between pushing yourself and pushing yourself too much. He's definitely walking that line.
Shoulder injury takes a few months to recover, a couple of months at least.
I also don't think that he is willing to stop even if the injury's too bad, because he wants the goal so bad, but he's going to push his body past the breaking point. But no, I don't think he should stop.
Do you think he should quit?
No way. No way. I don't even think that thought would really cross his mind.
Something will go against him again. It's always an uphill battle with him. So it won't be easy, but I do think he'll succeed.
Do you think he will succeed despite the injury?
100%, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
What happens now, you know, like this whole halftime thing, and I mean, it was going to be hard already. So I guess the normal thought would be, do you quit or do you not? But really that wasn't really what went through my head. What went through my head was, what are the new steps I have to take to make this work? Everyone's like, so what are you going to do now? I was like, well... So I went to the gym and started working on my left shoulder. If I can't have a good right shoulder, man, my left shoulder's got to be the strongest thing ever. So the same day that I dislocated my shoulder, I just carried on training as per usual, you know. I still did my hand strength training and still did my hangboarding and stuff like that. The only difference was I was just doing it with one arm now instead of two. I think I was kind of just pretending that nothing had happened, but eventually I had to have a look at that right shoulder, and when I did, it wasn't like starting from scratch. You know, it was like starting from 3 steps below rock bottom. And I was by myself when it happened, you know, and for a couple of weeks afterwards, so I couldn't tie my shoelaces, I couldn't put my shirt on properly, and that's just how it was, you know. And I mean, I'd get a few weird looks at the supermarket, but like these guys, you know, they just didn't really know what was at stake. You know, and I guess if you ask what was at stake, well, for me it was everything. Am I allowed to start moving it around and see how it feels? Feels pretty tight, pretty sore. Oh, woo! It's pretty good. It's not amazing, it's not good, but it's not hopeless either. I think I'm still gonna do it. been exactly a month since I dislocated my shoulder. Last time I dislocated my shoulder, I gave myself, well, it took me a year to do a pull-up again. This time I gave myself 1 month, and then it has to be spick and span, so it's been 1 month, and I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's freaking good. That's good. Good news. Yeah, that's good.
What news did you get today?
Today I went to the physio, and he told me that my shoulder's healed up pretty well, and that, yeah, I should be able to do some top rope climbing today. So I'm gonna do some lead climbing today. I'm pretty excited. Big day. It's been 31 days since I did the shoulder, month anniversary. Let's do some climbing. Ah, shit. Oh, my shoulder. Woo! It's okay, it's okay. Just tweaked it a little. Feels okay. Yeah, oh, feels okay. Just a little bit weak and a little bit out of practice. Bit of work to do. Good.
Oh my love, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Oh my love, I don't know where
I'll just walk through my fingertip skin pretty badly. Not badly, just enough that like it's gonna take a couple of days to heal, which I don't want to have to wait. But the day's still young.
How can I know when I'm lost? Oh my pretty babe, something ain't right. Got to find a way to move ahead. Oh my pretty babe, I won't be around till I come back. Wait for me, oh my pretty babe. Wait for me till I come back, my baby.
Where's the mono pocket?
Right in front of your chin.
That was tense. That was pretty tense.
Oh my love, everything's changing. I find it so strange. How can I know when I'm lost? Oh my pretty babe, something ain't right. Got to find a way to move ahead. Oh my pretty babe, I
wrist keeps doing that like separating thing where it's like pulling out. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about it. It's starting to really screw me over.
Matheson makes me pretty nervous. I hope that he doesn't push it too far and hurt himself and ruin the next couple weeks of climbing, but he's not willing to stop.
Would love to for this injury shit to ease up for a second, but looks like it's not going to.
Till I come back.
So today we're about to give some trad climbing a go. So yeah, pretty excited. We've come all this way to do some nice easy climbs. So yeah, it's time to get into trad. I forgot to warm up again, but that's okay. All right, climbing. One of the biggest things that I had to learn during this project was the difference between sport climbing and trad climbing. So sport climbing is what I already did and what I knew how to do, which is you walk up to a climb you want to do, there's 10 bolts up it, you've got 10 quick draws. So as you climb, you get to the bolt, you clip it, and then you clip your rope to that as well.
You're just using pre-drilled bolts on the rock to protect yourself against a fall.
And so it's pretty straightforward and you can always see where you're going because you just follow the bolts. Half dome's a trad climb, which meant there's no bolts. So yeah, I had to learn a different style of climbing, which is called trad climbing.
Trad climbing is a whole different ball game to sport climbing. There's a whole mental aspect. You have to plan the route, you have to carry the right equipment and place the gear and the rock to protect yourself against a fall, all while hanging on. So it's a lot more strategic. And the other challenge of trad climbing is that you have to follow natural rock lines in the rock, cracks which allow you to place this equipment in the rock, that's the trad gear. But then the style of climbing to climb these cracks is completely different to sport. So there's a lot of extra skills involved.
Surely this is perfect. My calves are on fire. Okay, so first proper trad climb ever, grade 13. It took me quite a long time, man. It's pretty tough to imagine me climbing anywhere close to where I'm at the moment if I had to place my own gear. It took me, I'd stand there for like 10 minutes looking for a spot. Let's try another one, see if we do better. Yeah, that's good. That's my favorite one. I'm pretty scared right now. I don't know who graded this, man, but they're brave. Trad climbing is pretty tricky. It's scary, man. I haven't been scared like that for like ages, man. I haven't been scared like that since the day before yesterday. Oh man, yeah. I haven't fallen on my gear yet, and I'm not really looking forward to doing that. But you never know.
Well, it's getting a little bit harder now. Yeah, the climbing's been sick, but my shoulders are pretty worked, so that's probably all I can handle for now. So I'll do one more climb, and then we're gonna hike back out of here again and then decide where we go next. My forearm's stuck. Shit. I think I've done the bicep again yesterday. Yep. Shooting pains down my arm. It's about 10 o'clock. It's a good day so far.
I think it's time to make a sandwich.
Yeah, I think it's lunchtime actually. So I tore my bicep. I was climbing, just like top roping in 26, and it was already injured because I'd done a one arm like lock off on it, and that kind of got it set up to hit, and I like re-tore it. So I went to see the physio, and he did some tests on it, and it now only operates at 2/3 of the strength of the other one. So I'm supposed to be like doing some physio exercises for it. It's pretty sore on this side. Yeah, feels pretty sore. But hopefully in another like month or so, if I keep doing it, it'll be all fixed. But now I've just re-torn my bicep, my tendonitis has come back in my left elbow, and I got both my shoulder joints are just pretty exhausted. So that's time to take a break from climbing, which is about right because we've got to get up north so I can get a visa and see if I can go to the States. So we're gonna start making our way north now, pretty much. Okay, so it's hard to find anywhere where there's good weather. At the moment, the only good weather is up this mountain. And by good weather, I mean it's not raining. The high today is -1, so we'll hit it up this morning and then we'll rush back here and dream about the days when we were climbing down south. But yeah, so if everybody's ready, we'll go. I gotta make a rope backpack out of that rope, so I'd stay in the car for a minute if I was you guys, but pretty soon we'll go.
It would never leave
We just showed up in the most popular crag at Indian Creek, which is the most popular crag climbing place in the world, and we've decided we'll do the most popular climb here, and there's nobody here at 8 o'clock at night on a Thursday. I guess that makes sense actually, but still it's the most famous climb, maybe crag climb in the world, I don't know, probably not, but maybe.
get it.
You get it. So we're just out here drinking almond milk and all that. I wasn't like that positive in an experience up there yesterday, but we're going back up today to do some slightly easier stuff on this one while it's still in the shade. And by that stage, the hot sun the midday sun will have cooked these walls to make them nice and ready to go. So we'll head over there into the sun after that. But I'm gonna head up to Super Crack, do 2 crack lines. Because I've only got doubles, I can't really do anything that's exactly the same size the whole way up, which really does limit things here. Actually, now I think about it, it's kind of demoralizing. I'm having to find like the easiest climbs at every crag, and even then I'm just like struggling on my way up. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty disheartening to go to like the easiest climb in the crag and like just not even be able to get it clean. So yeah, gonna try this one, see how it goes. But yeah, no, I'm not loving my chances that much. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just like, yeah, legit. That's like that's the easiest climb at this whole crag, and I still had to rest 3 times, and it's the best I've ever done. So I don't know, man. I guess it's just like, I just like need more practice. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna practice. I don't know how hot it is. I don't know what the time is. We're done. That was the first like proper crack climbing work that we put in this whole time. That offward stuff, tricky business for sure. But that was some good work that we did, I think. Today is the first day that I can say that like I think I learned something. I think it was like a success. Yeah. But I need to go sit in the shade and drink a gallon of water. Wow. You can definitely see why people wear long pants for this. So, we're out here in the desert, and this is going to sound kind of stupid, but I was surprised at the lack of shade out here. I realized it's a desert, but yeah, there is no shade at all, really. This is the most shade in this whole desert. It's world famous, this place, right? And besides like the few, like we've seen like 3 tourist cars like stop to use the bathroom. There's not a soul out here, and I couldn't figure it out why, right? But then slowly as the dehydration set in,
I realized that it's because it's 102 degrees out here. Yeah, so we're gonna hang out here until it gets a little bit colder and then go. Hi! Woo! Okay, come on. I got like this far, I reckon. I think this is my first off-width ever. It's going pretty well. Too wide for that, whatever that you call that. So I've got my own like little hybrid, just like sticking them together. It's not working, but that's what I'm trying. So we're taking our siesta, which involves sweating back here. Vince sweats in the front seat there, lying there with your eyes closed, sweating. It says it's 42 degrees, which is like 108. Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, I haven't taken a piss once since we've been here for 3 days. No, I'm fucking with you, I have like once. But yeah, no, it's hot. It's hot.
Your lips are super chapped.
My lips, can you tell that they're chapped? How hot. But yeah, so now we're sweating back here. I'm sweating, dude, while I'm saying this. Okay, so we finally found a place in the shade. I've actually been waiting all day for this, and we're finally in the shade now because it's like 7 o'clock or something at night. I don't actually know. So we're just waiting another like 20 minutes or something, and that wall's going to be in the shade, and then we'll go up there and give it hell for a little bit, take off a bit more skin. We also just did our first ever aid climb, like a proper aid climb. What a doozy. Pretty much 30 days until we do Half Dome, so, oh, the ticket's still on, that's a bad look. We're gonna go aid climb for the first time. We're gonna go climb this sign just here. No, just kidding, it's behind the sign. The pickle just there.
Do you even know how to aid climb?
I will by the end of this chapter. I'm just double checking we have all the stuff. Clipped into a drawer down here, and then you're standing in it like this, and then you clip your other ladder up there, and then it must be like kind of like that. Did you catch that on camera? I don't know about you, dude. I'm feeling kind of ready. Yeah, fingers crossed it's in the shade. Oh, hang on. Oh no! Freaking pickle's closed because raptors are nesting in. What an actual camp. I'm all geared up and ready to go. Okay, well, let's go back to the car. I'll see if I can find another climb. I melted my emblems.
You really climbed the big penis in the sky?
Yeah. Pretty ready, eh? These are my penis-shaped rock climbing hands. Not my hands are that shape, but the rock is that shape. These are the hands I used to climb it. So it's an aid climb. Never done an aid climb, not really. No, I've like aid climbed some free climbs. This is an aid climb. This one's the ugly cousin. This one's the ugly, useless cousin to this one, but I've only got one of each, so we'll take them both. Bit of that up the first pitch, and then the second pitch is a whole lot of bolts. Well, I've ate my ass. This is a bolt. This is a hanger. Good. So I thought I'd just come up here and just, just because you do, give it a wiggle. Bolt wiggles in the rock. Do you think the bolt should wiggle in the rock? Absolutely not. Join me on my first aid climb. And hopefully there's a second. A bolt ladder sounded to me like it'd be pretty easy. But of the 12 bolts, there should have been 13 and only 2 of them had hangers. I was just like threading nuts on there, like that, tightening it up and then climbing on these. Most of the bolts were wiggly. This was all done in the 100+ degree heat as well, with the sun just baking me. I'm gonna get on a roll pretty soon. That we're both getting badly burned. This is way worse than free climbing. for sure. What a freaking experience. One of them popped off. Man. But we made it to the top of the tower anyway, so that was pretty cool. Freaking nerve-wracking experience for me though, I think. What an experience. But yeah, that was our first ever aid climb, and it was pretty good. But we're gonna sit here, drink some more water, then go up there and give it hell for a couple hours. Yeah, like really give it hell. Because I watched some YouTube tutorials and I'm ready to put it to good work. Like that. Yeah. I watched an off-width tutorial and an off-finger tutorial. Holy shit, a hummingbird! Sorry. Yeah, that's about it.
How's it going?
You having an okay time as far as fun, but man, I'm just really not good at this at all. Like, I'm bad at this. Oh man.
There's a cricket here.
Good, we won't have to add in the sound effects. I'm just gonna finish this, and I'm done. Okay, well, we're done now. Yeah, look at this. I could have sworn that I taped my hands well today, but with that said, that was about 14 hours ago. But yeah, so it's probably, I don't know, getting close to 10 o'clock. So we're gonna go find some water to jump into, eat some food, do it all again tomorrow. But it's a pretty good one. Definitely got some swelling going on around this part of the hand. Oh, actually, across all the backs of those knuckles, that's pretty good. I added tape to it at least once or twice today, and it just tore straight through around the wrists. So it's either because I haven't got very good taping technique, I haven't got very good climbing technique, or a little bit of both. Oh yeah, that's all puffy. Okay, well, until tomorrow, hands. Oh, come on. There we go. See that catch? Man, I'm feeling weird, dude. I'm feeling pretty good though. Okay, so we had a quick swim in the reservoir. It's like about 10 o'clock at night now. So now we're gonna make dinner fit for a king in 3 simple steps. Step 1 is boil the water. Pretty easy to do. During the day you can just leave it outside, but at night you have to put the cooker on there. Premium budget chicken cans. But see, I found that. There's illegal in New Zealand. You can't get them. We don't have a can opener, but you want to get yourself some instant rice. The bigger the better. This is the hard part. You gotta pay attention here. This is the part I get wrong every time, actually. See, I don't know, dude. Is it about right, or is it? I'm gonna put more in, and it'll be too much every time. Too much rice, but that's okay. Every single time. If you've got the water to rice ratio as wrong as I always do, then you're gonna want to put that chicken juice in there. This is important too. This is step 3. Add the chicken in, and to be honest, there you have it. Fit for an absolute king. Add a bit of barbecue sauce to it. Otherwise, it's literally like eating nothing. I don't even chew the rice. See how it is. Tastes like I've been eating this 6 days a week for the last couple of months. But yeah, now it's late, whatever time it is. Eat this, then go to bed. They're just making the bed for tonight. I like it out here because it's a bit windy, which is pretty nice. The mosquitoes have been tearing me up actually, but the wind's kind of nice. 10:30 now, and The sun will be up by 5 and we'll be up a little bit after that. And then we'll do it all again tomorrow. So yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Normally it's too hot to use this actually. I just kind of sit it there for show. Like that. Pretty hot in the canyon today. Man. So yesterday I said that this is like top 5 most pains I've been in from climbing. So we just went up there to do a climb. Nice tight ring locks. That was what you're supposed to do. It's not what I did. And now I am in the most pain that I've ever been in from climbing. Except for the dislocated shoulder. But yeah, so we're gonna call it a day. Yeah, man. Dude, I'm in so much pain I feel friggin' sick. Like legit, I've got no appetite, but that's okay. Anyway, Indian Creek, it's been a blast. If it was a fight, you definitely won. There's no doubts about that. And if I ended up coming up against a crack like that on Half Dome where I need to know how to finger ring lock, I'm in deep trouble because I came here to practice that. Didn't do very well. So, did I do what I came here to do? Yeah, pretty much I actually did, but I didn't do as much of it as I would have liked. But I did what I came here to do, so now we can leave. Simple as that. And then we'll find somewhere else to climb. Zion maybe. Yeah, that'd be good. Okay. So when I first came up with the idea, I wanted to free climb the whole wall. I found out there was actually a rock fall in 2015, and now there's sections that you have to aid climb, and so I was like, well, if I have to aid climb, so be it, but I'm not happy about it. But then I was looking into some of the aid climb sections and found out there's a section called the rope toss, and when I looked into it more, I was like, hang on, the rope toss sounds freaking sick. So basically what the rope toss is exactly what it sounds like. You're at point A, you're climbing, you run out of climbable rock. The next climbable rock starts over here. The problem is there's no way of getting from A to B. You tie into the middle of your rope and then you coil it up and you start trying to throw it across this crevasse. You put like a nut or some kind of like hook on the end and you throw it across this crevasse and you're trying to get it to snag in some rocks over there. So you throw it over and again and again and again. You try and get it to catch, and when it catches, you don't know from where you're going to be when you throw the rope. You have no way of knowing how well it's hooked on the other side. Either you can pull it back and throw it again, or you can't pull it back. And maybe if you pull it, it might come free, right? But if you can't pull it back,
If you don't know what it's connected to, and there's no way you're going to know what it's connected to, you just have to go for it. Lower onto it, you climb up that rope, and then you continue climbing the climbable rock. But you can't tell from where you throw it what it's attached to. And that's exciting. So I went from being gutted that I had to do aid to really looking forward to this part. I was 18 when I came here first. No money, no food. And I went on half time and was like, yeah, I want to do it. So just to be back here and be climbing is insane. Like if you could tell my 18-year-old self what he'd be doing in 5 years, he would have just like pissed himself with excitement. We just got to Yosemite Valley like 10 minutes ago. We're about to go do a multi-pitch, so I'm just going to eat as much as I can because we'll probably be up there for a while. I've wanted to do a climb here for like 5 years, so I'm pretty excited to just get started. I've got the gear now, I've got some of the knowledge. You know, you look at that and it's like, man, that's a giant piece of rock, but it's like I can actually go up and do it if I want. And it just so happens I do want to, so we will. Getting ready to rock and roll. I think that's pretty good. I realised I was wasting a lot of time climbing on rock that was nothing like what it was going to be like here. So now we've come here to climb on rock that's going to be exactly the same. It's all granite, it's all pretty hard. Did some climbs yesterday, they were hard. I wasn't expecting them to be quite as hard. It was like a 10C bolted slab, right? Which I'm sport climbing like 11C, like on site. So I was like, oh, it should be all good. Wasn't all good, it was not all good. I haven't quite got used to the new shoes I've got yet, which should be better in the long run because the other ones had like big holes in them. But man, yeah, pretty tough. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning, we're here in Yosemite Valley. It's about day like 25 without enough sleep. It's about day like 10 without enough food and water. But things are going pretty good. Am I tired? Yes, very. But we're up here. I'm just building an anchor. Some stuff over there. Half dome's over there. I don't even know where El Cap is. I think it's that way. That might be it actually up there. So we're up here in the sun, climbing with you again. Despite being overdue for a rest day for about a week. But yeah, yeah, it's good though. This will be good. I put my backpack full of climbing gear outside the car today and then didn't put it back in before we drove off. And someone kindly has picked it up but not handed it in just yet. So hopefully, so it's been handed in tomorrow.
So did you check with the NPS off the ground?
That's the one you gave me the number for. Yeah, I did.
And no dice there?
No.
Cool. So it's not with the Rangers. It's not with NPS.
Yeah.
They found it and he recommended that they give it to you.
Okay. As the days have gone on, I was thinking more and more along the lines of, I'm up to my neck in shit. I'll repeat that in a family-friendly way. I'm in deep trouble because all my money's tied up in that rack and I'm here to climb and I'm not able to climb. Things are getting pretty bad, actually. So I'd lost all of my climbing gear at arguably the most crucial stage in the whole project. I did the only thing I could do, which was fill out every missing gear report form I could find. My days I had left to climb Half Dome were rapidly running out. Without my climbing gear, I couldn't just not climb Half Dome. I couldn't climb anything.
I have a voicemail. Hold on.
Who's it from?
My name's Eric. We've been chatting about your backpack. I'm just calling from Matheson. I heard some good news about it from a friend who actually was there when the backpack got picked up. So give a call back when you get this in the morning, and I'll share the information I got. All right. Hope you're doing well.
I'll give this guy a call, and maybe we've got the bag back. Oh, we got the goods. Well, that took 10 days of my life. Took a year off my life. We have the stuff. Oh, man, that's good. All right, let's go climbing.
trad, Yosemite trad. We're going to do a sport route next door, which is 11A, which is really hard. Yeah, it'll be good. I'm good.
Okay, so yeah, this is Adam. He's gonna be doing half dome with me. Unfortunately, when I went up there the other day, the spring that holds all the water is dry, which is a big inconvenience. 4 gallons of water between us. And we're gonna climb the first 6 pitches, stash hopefully 3 gallons of water on the ledge, and then rappel back down. And hopefully we can do all of this before it gets too dark. But we will see. Sweet. Okay.
Good.
Okay, sorry, we were just trying to get all our stuff out without... Yeah,
right,
no
thanks.
worries, thanks. Sweet, the Rangers love me.
But then there's this line hanging just here.
This is pitch 3.
That line wasn't cut last time though. I was up here 2 days ago. So, we're gonna jug it anyway. But I'm gonna be on lead. I'll clip like a piece or 2 on the way up just in case. If I fall, it'll be a freaking monstrous fall. But hopefully I won't land in here. If I do land flat here, you can bury me here, just flick a handful of sand over me and just call it quits.
Hopefully they land here, not out there.
If I land out there, it's
over.
It's all over.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trust going on here. The future of our project, and in 2 days' time, our lives rely on this bolt with the spinning hanger.
Oh no. This explodes and I lose it.
It's looking like a sponsorship commercial.
Oh god.
Oh, nearly a bit of throw up there. Adam, how are you feeling, dude? How are you feeling up here?
I feel like an old person.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's bad.
How do you feel about the fact that you're going to go for a half dome in?
Oh, I'm pumped about that.
2 days.
I'm pumped to spend the night. I wish it was today that we were actually going up.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Are you pretty keen to sleep on this ledge just here?
Yeah, if I sleep.
Honestly, dude, I can't believe it's the day after tomorrow that we go for this, you know? If there's a cooler place in the world, man, I tell you, I don't know it.
Yeah.
I'm about to explain the plan. If I am asking anything of you that you think you can't handle, nothing's a problem as long as you tell me in enough advance that we can fix it. So if part of the plan doesn't sound good to you, or sounds like too difficult, just let me know and we'll figure out a different way around. Also afterwards, I'll talk to you and you two specifically. You guys are gonna come all the way with this and you're gonna turn off a little bit early. So that is where I'm gonna get you to film from today and you guys to film from tomorrow. Goes up the dome like that. There's also a climbing trail that ducks around the front, probably 4 hours. So it would be super easy if you guys are allowed to camp here. You're not, and then if you guys could please film us leave it in the ground, and then you'll have to scoot a little bit further around. It's kind of in a crease. I'd imagine we're gonna be waking up pretty early. How are you with early mornings?
Okay.
Sweet, because you're gonna have to get up super early.
I'm gonna put everything that's gonna be mine along here. If there's anything we're gonna share.
The spit of rock that sticks out called the visor, you can actually see it pretty clearly. If I look down and to my right, I should be able to see the root that's gonna...
How many drawers do you think?
Having to bail is a very real possibility. 4 liters, you guys have got heaps, right? I've got water treatment dropped in there. That rock back there. Yep.
Alright, see ya. 5:15 in the afternoon. I don't know about you, man, but I'm feeling freaking... Well, other than the thirst, I'm feeling freaking good. I can't believe I'm racking up for this. Like, I'm finally, I'm racking up for the big climb. You want to grab a bar to eat real quick before we go up?
I already ate one.
Oh, you already ate one? Okay, I'm just going to smash one now because we're probably not going to want to stop before we get to the top. How you feeling about today, though?
Today, I feel good. I want to get started, but I feel good.
I'm going to take the floor if you're done with it. I fully can't believe that I'm tying in for this actual climb. Get that sucker extra tight just in case I take a freaking monstrous whipper. I've got my favourite socks on. I've got my gear. We're bringing the How to Big Wall climb book just in case things get pretty hairy up there.
Just in case we need to learn how to big wall.
Yeah, I never read it, but I figured it was disrespectful if I didn't bring it.
Yeah.
You know, I paid like $8 for that. My first one was just a far for later.
Any last words from either one of you before you undertake this?
I'm thinking, dude, if something goes wrong, we bail. If it gets dangerous, we bail. If we think we're going to get ourselves into a situation that we can't get ourselves out of, we bail.
Yeah.
If none of those things happen, we give it hell for 3 days and we top out and then we get desk jobs and we never talk about this again.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I'm ready to go.
My knot is good, goes through both. Have fun, fellas. Hey.
Let's do it.
All right. I can't believe I'm doing it. Okay, climbing. Safe off the way. Two more pitches to go. Sun went down a little while ago. Hopefully we are horizontal, not vertical, horizontal by like 9 o'clock at night. Okay, well, this is food bag. Let's see how much water. Please be like a good amount. Every 10 minutes we'll take 2. This is us at the top of pitch 6. It took us 3.5 hours to get up here. It's 9:15 at night. We're currently sitting where Adam's going to sleep. I'm going to be sleeping there on that ledge just there. You probably can't see it on the camera because you can't really see it in real life either. But that's where I'm going to sleep. I'm going to be sleeping on such an angle that I'm actually going to have all my weight supported by that anchor. Dinner is this can of Walmart chicken, which comes with a little bit of a treat. Yeah, you see that milky stuff? See that? That once was water.
Oh, gross.
It was way saltier than I thought it was. But still pretty good. This cheese has seen better days. In fact, someone's already got to it. That was me on the way up. It's actually really good. Don't you look at it, you freaking vegan. Tomorrow's going to be an early start. 12 pitches tomorrow, so double what we did today, but harder. I'm feeling pretty good for it. I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah. Actually, I can't wait for tomorrow. So it's like 7 in the morning or something. There's potentially a fire going on over there. It's kind of hard to tell. We are at the top of pitch 7. This is the last of the kind of like blocky terrain we're about to traverse across. to where we start getting to hanging belays, so there's just nothing to stand on. But I'm feeling freaking ready to rock and roll, dude. I think it's about to go down. Yeah. I think it's about to go down.
Oh, next time.
Yes! Oh man, that was so freaking sick! You had to throw the rope across the crevasse. I'm in the crevasse now. This is what I pulled my rope up off. I went to unsling it from the small horn here, and as I did, that happened. That was the horn that I was slinging off my body weight. Pretty gnarly stuff.
You got it. Oh yeah.
Oh! 4 pitches from where we're gonna sleep. But now we're gonna do some more chimney climbing. That was one of the burlier 5.7s I've ever done, that's for sure. We did it, man. This is Big Sandy. So we can sleep up here.
Yeah.
How long was the day?
14 hours and 15 minutes of climbing.
If I had $1 for the number of times I lost the feeling in my feet today, I'd buy like a 24 pack of Dr. Peppers with the money. Eat and drink everything. And tomorrow we go light and fast. Hard aid tomorrow. I'm reckoning we're moving by 6 a.m. again.
Yeah.
And we freaking crush it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So it's 5:30 in the morning. So last day. And yeah, we're about to get started.
We got it.
Did it? Reaching the top was kind of strange. There was no big group of TV reporters and paparazzi like in the movies. Adam's girlfriend was there to give him a sandwich and Ryan was there to film, but that was about it. I mean, we weren't famous. We hadn't just climbed the new hardest climb in the world or climbed something that's never been done before, but maybe that's okay. I'd just done what I set out to do and achieved my version of greatness, and to me it was enough. I stood in the same place that I'd stood nearly exactly 5 years earlier as an 18-year-old when I decided I was going to climb this, having never done more than a few routes in a tiny indoor gym. Then just a kid with a dream, and now a slightly older kid that had finally done it. So was there a big celebration, a party, some way to conclude the journey? No. I just strapped on a heavy pack, tied my shoes and started running. It's 8 miles down and I've only got 2 hours of light left. Time waits for nobody and it sure doesn't make an exception for me. Besides, I got things to do, so I gotta get going. And maybe, so do you. Got a 14 gigabyte video of Mackenzie B. Lang.
So yeah, we're about to go up, just so I can get some good camera shots for the next 3 climbs that he's about to do. So yeah, here we go.
Matheson tried taping his wrist up and it didn't work super well, so I am a little bit worried that he's going to injure himself, but he's not willing to stop, and so we're going to be there to support him whether it happens or not.
What are you talking about, dude?